Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or 52. Come on. Push him back. Push him back.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Detroit.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
I do draw quarter. 10.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. On 3rd down, it's Stick. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Running from the gun, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 26 Mike. Go.
Stick from the gun. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Stick. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
360 Pittsburgh. Bandit. He's coming. Double up. 3-2 jet bombers. 3-2 jet bombers. He's grip.
Throw left side, taken in by Golladay. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Stick looks to throw it again. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Penny. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Get ready. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. 1 interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Stick looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun throw for Stick. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check, check. Lucky. West. Go.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Barely got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Stick. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Pittsburgh. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hurry. Yup, go. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up second down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, a give to Penny. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up third down.
52, Mike, 52. You must be getting Mike.
Here's Jackson throwing on third and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break?
And try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First and 10, stick. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready. Bravo. Pilot, 64. Weak. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Here's Stick on first and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Jackson going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Let's go, man.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
What you got, man?
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stick back to pass. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Irv Smith. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Go. Check 25. Check 25.
He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. The left side completion to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
What we got?
They'll run it again with Penny. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Hey, tight. Out. Match box. Right. For you. Kill. Go. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's Matt Weil now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. Caught by Jones. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stick from the gun. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you.
Again, it's Penny. 16 yards, a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Penny, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrad Davis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Echo, echo. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? I want that.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
61, matchbox, lights.
Check, check.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Stick looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
26 Mike. It's got to be a bit.
Now Stick. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now it's Penny running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working out it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take, and this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football.